Hey guys, Jurassic Collectibles here. So I got a request from one of my subscribers saying, have you got the IDW compilation books of all the old classic comics? The answer is yes. I've also got the new IDW series of comics, Jurassic Park Redemption and Devils in the Desert. So I thought it's about time that I give these a little review and just go through the pros and cons of all of them. And yeah, so let's go. Okay, so first of all we got the Classic Jurassic compilations. We got Volume 1, which came out last November, I believe, and then we've got Volume 2, which came out in February. So the first one is basically the graphic novel, which was released in 1993, which is a compilation of all four original comic books that just basically tell the story of the first Jurassic Park movie. Book 2, Volume 2, is all of the Raptors comics. So that goes up to Raptors Attack. So it doesn't go on to Raptors Hijack or any other ones after that, like Return to Jurassic Park. It's just up to Raptors Attack. So who knows, maybe one day they'll do Volume 3, although it did get a little crazy in Return to Jurassic Park, so maybe that's why they're holding off for the time being. Okay, so with Classic Jurassic Park Volume 1, it's pretty much the same as the graphic novel that came out in 1993. It's a bit of a different layout. You'll see that between comic books, as they separate the chapters, instead of having like the cover art, they've just got these sort of splashes of blood which look like they're from 300. It's cool, but it would have been better if they'd have the actual cover art for the individual comics, because I kind of like those. So that's the only downside. The other thing is the paper stock is really nice, but it's not glossy. I think that would have probably made it more of a sort of a premium sort of collectible item if they'd just made the pages sort of a glossy paper. But it is a good paper stock. It's very it's got a nice feel to it. It's not like cheap paper, so it's still pretty good. They have actually included the artwork for the Raptors series, which is awesome, because that was the best cover artwork that I've seen in a Jurassic Park comic. So I'm really glad that they changed their mind for Volume 2 and decided to put the cover artwork in this one. It's really cool. The great thing about Raptors Revenge, which I didn't actually anticipate, is that they've put the prequel comic, issue number 0, at the beginning of the book, which is fantastic. It's a really rare comic to come across, as it is. It came with the original graphic novel, but they've decided to include it as part of the Raptors Revenge book, and it's brilliant. It's such a great move. It has a short story about Nedry and how he kind of gets the idea to steal the embryos, and it's got a story about Gennaro, the lawyer, visiting and sort of checking out the park in its early days, and kind of asking as to what the truth is about Jurassic Park, and it only just dawning on him, you know, what they were actually doing there. So it's a really good little lead-in to the Raptors comic. So yeah, I was really glad they put that in. Okay, so on to Jurassic Park Redemption. This was a really tragic series of comics, mainly due to the combination of bad story and bad artwork. This series of comics I would not recommend you pick up. The cover artwork would be the only justification of picking up these comics. And boy, did they go all out on the cover artwork. So this is issue 1, which has 4 variants. So you've got the Jurassic Park logo there with the Carnotaurus attacking a truck, which is quite intriguing. You've got the Spinosaurus eating a man, although it doesn't quite make sense. It's actually a Frank Miller drawing, which is really cool, but it just looks a bit odd to me. And then you've got the no logo variant, and the same with the other design. I think they call them Virgin variants. So yeah, so for the first issue you had 4 variants, which is cool, and you know, got fans really excited, and it's just a shame the story went the way it did. Okay, so issue 2 had 3 variants. This one probably being the coolest, with the Triceratops. A little bit out of scale, but that's cool. And here's the original sketch variant, which is really nice. It's really cool to see, I don't know if you can see that, but it's really nice to see all the original pencil work. That's really cool. So yeah, if you're a fan of cover artwork, then definitely pick these up. But the story just isn't up to much. It focuses on Tim and Lex, who are now adults, and Tim is working with a secret company to try and get a Jurassic Park built on the mainland. The person behind the whole plan is kept mysterious. I won't ruin who it is, but it all goes awry, and the dinosaurs escape. It's really bad. They tried to throw in lots of characters like Wu, Backer, who else? I think Dodgson is in there as well, but they don't get much character development. The artwork is really shoddy. Just yeah, so many things about this comic book just don't work. I mean, to show you how bad things get, Backer ends up riding a horse, saying "Yee-haw." It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So I would not recommend reading these comic books. But if you like the cover artwork, then yeah, it's cool. You've got a lot of covers to buy. So yeah, okay. So let's have a look at the next one. Okay, so here's number 3. We've got the repent, the end is nigh sign there, being ploughed through by, I think they look like, and I'm not sure actually what they are. They seem to be two, I don't know, but yeah, you've got the Carnotaurus in the background there, and then you've got the Dimetrodon sat there on a car in the middle of what looks like a car sales car park or something like that. But there we go. And then you've got the original ink variant, which is nice. I like the fact these comics have no logos on them anywhere. It makes them quite feel quite bespoke, which is, you know, it's cool. So yeah, I like that. But again, the story's really going nowhere, and I will show you some of the artwork in a minute to just give you an example of what I mean. Okay, so here we are again. Variants. There's 3 for number 4. Here we go. We've got a dinosaur attacking the car here. We've got this dinosaur discovering a hot girl, just coming around the corner. He looks like he's kind of saying hi. But yeah, there we go. And there's the original pencil variant, but this time they decided to include the logo. So yeah, I'm not sure why. Maybe they were getting a bit worried about doing the no logo thing. But yeah, so that's cool. Nice cover art again. Okay, and this is issue number 5, and you can see the 3 variants there. Here's Backer on horseback, lassoing a dinosaur. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and then you've got here we go. You've got a dinosaur being mobbed by all species of dinosaur. It's a pretty cool idea, I suppose. And then you've got the original ink variant there. So that's cool. So let me just give you an example of how bad these comics were. Okay, so I've just picked a random page from like the last issue. I haven't chosen any page based on how bad the artwork is. But here's some dinosaurs attacking some bowls. Yeah, and then here's sort of an idea of what the character design is like. You can see here, this is Tim. And it's not too bad there actually. But yeah, so it just gives you an idea of the sort of quality of artwork that you should expect from this comic. Okay, and here's a little bit more. Yeah, and there's Backer on horseback with his lasso, which makes no sense whatsoever. So, although I wasn't a massive fan of Jurassic Park Redemption, I did manage to pick up this poster, which was displayed in comic book stores, which I thought was kind of cool. It's a blown up version of the Frank Miller sketch, although I'm not sure about the proportions of the man being devoured. But yeah, there's something cool I picked up and thought, you know, it's kind of completes the series of comic books. So if you really want, pick up these comics and see what you think. I wouldn't recommend them, and that's coming from a Jurassic Park fan. You can get them as a compilation now. I've yet to buy that, but yeah, you can get them all in one, which will probably save you a bit of money. But yeah, let's move on to Devils in the Desert, which I think is a much better comic.